We are back, everybody. More NFL head coach 09 action here today. We're going to reach the midpoint of this season and find a game to watch as we continue our quest for the postseason here with Harley Jean-Charles and the Atlanta Falcons. I feel very good about this team despite the loss last episode. Of course, we had a freeze and I had to end up simming the game. So that was how we ended last episode, but still just 2 losses. And we lost to the Bengals by 1 and a pretty good Eagles team by 4. So nothing to be too concerned about with thus far. We don't play the Panthers until week 17. We're not making it there today. I think that we could watch the week 12 game potentially, but I think I want to sim at least 2 or 3 and then watch hopefully something interesting. But the team is doing pretty well. I had some time to add a new play to the playbook that I'm excited to show you today. I'm not going to do it here, but I added a slant play, and that might seem, kind of boring, but trust me, this slant play is anything but. So let's get into the episode, everybody. Episode 16. Hey, Judgment, I appreciate the super chat. Kane, thank you for all you do. I'm so ready for Super Mega Baseball 3. It's going to be great. Tell me Hudson Lumen is in the league. Thank you. At this point, Hudson Lumen isn't in the league, but I think I could find a way to put him onto a roster, even if it's not mine. Like, there are so many players that are just kind of like generated. I can always go and edit a couple things, but otherwise, it's ready to play. The whole series is playable now. It's just a matter of the final touches, I guess. Jamie, I appreciate the super chat. Ventura, I hadn't added him yet either. I could. Jamie, I appreciate the super chat. I want Madden to have some type of multiplayer My Career, similar to 2K. I don't know if a full 11 on 11 is possible, but maybe like a 7 on 7. I think that something new entirely would be best for that kind of a mode. And I agree, like a co-op Madden that had tight controls and whatnot would be really cool. And they've spent time in the last couple of years to add like wide receiver DB interactions, and not just the animations we're used to, but there are controls for when you're playing as receiver. And you'll notice that kind of stuff when you play like Ultimate Team, Team Play, or whatever they call it, MUT Squads. But I think for one, them adding on some new big mode to take away possible interest from Ultimate Team is unlikely. But I do think that it would be cool, and perhaps 2K will do this with their game, is to make like something manageable. I don't know the size of team that works, but I can't see it being any more than 5. Like, imagine an 8-on-8 league where the CPU kind of handles line play, but then users are the quarterback and the skill players. I could see something like that working. I wouldn't really care to play it, but I think a lot of people might. Hockey does a 6-on-6 if you include goalies. Yeah, I think that, condensing games down, I think certain sports work better than others. Hockey and basketball, I think, work better with less players than football. Because in football, you need at least like 7 for it to even resemble the sport, honestly. I have not stopped doing the stream recaps. The one from last stream is going up today. Alright, what can we do here with all this XP? We've gotten some wins, so we have skill points we can spend. Let's go Rusty Alexander here, linebacker, and actually offensive line coach. For some reason I thought I said linebacker coach. Let's see the special skills here. Pee-wee, I appreciate the super chat. Mutt and Diamond Dynasty are void of purpose. I mean, I don't think the modes, like, the idea behind them is bad, but the execution at this point and just the repetitiveness, like, I'm out. I'm not gonna play those modes ever again, probably. All right, we have a chance here to work on some special skills for Rusty Alexander. I think I want to go run blocking discipline here with 5,000 XP. Gerald Brown, our running backs coach. Let's see. Learning development, intangibles, physical. Or do we go with another special skill? Ball carrier moves. I mean, we don't see a lot of that. Strength and hitting power. I want to go ball carrier moves. Ray Hamilton, our defensive line coach. A lot of really good skills here. And then special skills we could use more. Maybe strength or block shed. Disciplined routine. I want to go block shed. I like getting all these good special skills here now that we're finally winning and getting the experience to do it. Another thing that was suggested that I'm going to start doing is more regular off days for my players, because we just have had so many injuries this year, and I think that I'm probably having players practice too much. Like, I'm not even giving them an off day for a victory. But before the stream began, I simmed through our bye week, and I gave us, an off day then, and then an off day when we got to this newest week. So I'm hoping that we see injuries become less of a factor this year. But clearly, very few players are at full strength, and many of them are under 90, and I think that just increases so much injury risk. I might even go with another off day before this game against the Saints. Madden 21 career mode, Kane. At this point, I'm not excited about it. I might check out the mode if there's something interesting to it, but at this point, I wouldn't expect it. I'll do a game plan practice if it shows the new play I made, but otherwise I'm going off day. I haven't had the chance to practice it yet, so I'm going to have to break it in on the game we actually play, I think. Obviously, approval goes up when we give off days, so that's always a plus. Yeah, off days make sense, the first practice after a game. If you're banged up, maybe even the practice right before a game, just so you don't have any unexpected injuries with like one day until game day. I could try to re-sign Suggs, but I just don't know that we have the extra cap space to pull it off. Zach, I'm not sure what those teams are, but I would say Pacific Predators. I play Ferguson at right tackle in the series. Trade for Ed Reed. I like our safety situation. Plus, I know he'd be on a monster contract. As far as scouting goes, I'm not sure what to spend these weeks on, but I have fully scouted now the kickers, because wouldn't it be nice to just like take care of kicker and not think about it ever and not worry about like a 32-yard missed field goal? But I guess we could use some more linebacker depth, more players to challenge for starting spots. Oh yeah, Dalvin. I thought something like this could happen because he's played now in the league for a few years. Running backs want to get paid, totally understandable. And then, teams are hesitant to pay them. I've wondered if we could see a change in the way running backs get paid. Maybe shorter contracts, higher guarantees, a couple years at a time instead of these 5-year contracts that always seem to, not being followed through on and players just get released. But the way I look at it, I know some have said that like Dalvin has no leverage because if he didn't play this year, if he held out, didn't play, his contract would toll, and next year he'd be a restricted free agent. I think one thing that actually gives him a lot of leverage is the fact that there's no guarantee that Zimmer and Spielman are going to be in Minnesota long term. They don't have those contracts in place yet, I don't believe. So just imagine like them going into this year, not having Dalvin, investing so much in the running game, and now losing Diggs. Like, the situation creates a lot of leverage organically for Dalvin Cook. And I hope they can come to some sort of resolution, because I love watching him play. He's an amazing player. I will say, though, that if the Vikings, you know, if they want to, you know, say, okay, we're not going to make a deal, this isn't going to work, then you probably have to trade Dalvin and then go sign Devontae Freeman for like 1 year, $6 million. Then you have Devontae Freeman, whose skill set I would say is similar to Dalvin Cook's, but not as electric. And then him and Madison would be like plan B. I think Dalvin's going to get paid somehow. I can't see it not happening just because the Vikings, they've put all their eggs into this basket with the running game. They have to. All right, week 9 against the New Orleans Saints. This marks the halfway point of the season. We're going to simulate this game, and we lose our 3rd game, 2nd in a row. We're now 5-3. Okay, a little uneasy about this. 31-27 is the final. Saints get the win. 2 interceptions for Matt Ryan. One of his worst games of the year. Definitely his worst game. We ran the ball all right. We lose by 4. So we've yet to really get blown out in a game. But now at 5-3, just kind of feel a little uneasy about this season. Unless we can bounce back and get a couple good victories in a row. Defense got a couple takeaways, but still let up a lot of points in this game. Thoughts on Taquan Layton's season? I thought it was really good. Good recovery, and I think now the offense has plenty of positive direction with him. And I'm looking forward to next year with Taquan Layton. Another injury now. Artis Drexler is hurt. Torn PCL out for the season. I feel like I'm doing something wrong to see so many players get hurt. And now we've had 2 season-ending knee injuries in the last handful of weeks we've gone through. So Drexler's season is done. That sucks. Let's check out the fatigue here. It's the day after a game. Health. Some players in the 70s, more players in the 80s. We got some players at very low fatigue, which I've gone through my philosophies, and I pretty much have it so that players don't practice at low fatigue. But yeah, I think off days. I gotta get this team healthy again. And now we're past the bye week. I don't even have that to help me out. I think your trainer is terrible. You know, last offseason, I had a chance, I think, to sign a really good trainer, and I didn't. So let me take a look at who our trainer is, because we may have to revisit this in the next offseason. But level 21, Tyler Bryant, ones across the board here. And I think we're seeing that, you know, play out for us this year. Injuries are a big issue. Yes, I saw the Madden 21 reveal. Not too excited about it. Came with low expectations anyway. Let's see if they finally give me the chance to upgrade. There we go. Kane slants. You know, slant flat. Very similar passing concept, but you know, I like throwing in a few wrinkles into some of my play calls here. So yes, we have slant flats on both sides. But how about a wheel route out of the slot? You got a chance to catch the defense slipping downfield a little bit. I can't wait to call that one today. Jamie, I appreciate you becoming a member. Love the support. Glad to have you aboard. Waddle is not on the field for that play, no. It's kind of like the Waddle fade, honestly. That's a good call. I wasn't even thinking about that, but like how I have that slot wheel, the Waddle fade, on the right hash, this can be our left hash shot play, only it's not meant to always go for the shot. I think that wheel is the second read on the play. It's going to read the slant first. We have a chance to sign Paul Posluszny. 6 years at under $1 million a year. These contracts literally do not exist in the NFL. But looks like we can come to an agreement here. Posluszny is only 26 years old. Solid deal. Another injury. No, now it's Terrell Suggs. Dislocated toe, 1 to 3 weeks. I'm going to have to actually sign another defensive end now. This is getting out of hand. All right, we are going to attempt to sign Daquan Charles here, a rookie from UNLV, who appears to be an 80 overall. So he joins the team as we take on more injuries at defensive end. All of Blackjack's classes are on PS4, yes. Kind of feeling another off day here. Let's give the players a little more rest. Thoughts on the PS5? You know, I haven't really been excited for the new generation of consoles either. Like, you know, obviously we're going to have better graphics and hopefully better frame rates and whatnot, but I just don't think there's anything to be too excited about, because what's really going to take a big leap? I feel like, you know, we're seeing steady improvement in some areas, but there's just nothing to really be super excited about, I think, when it comes to just like the overall gaming space. There are some interesting games coming, but I feel like it's just more of the same. It's kind of like, I think at this point, it's like when a new phone comes out. Like the phones 5 years ago, what's the difference? They ran the same stuff at roughly the same speed. Now, the chips are better, but what I'm saying is what we're using these consoles for, it's not like we're getting the ability to do new things, you know? I think if you go to Blackjack's Twitter, I think his pinned tweet references how to find all the draft classes. I think his Twitter is it's Blackjack21 or it's BlackjackXXI. I forget what his handle is. So that way you can put in his username and find all 4 or 5 classes. Try to re-roll the plays here and find something different to work on. Wide drag. in. I think I actually want to work on some zone coverage here, because I notice when we go zone, that's when we really get shredded. I want to be able to, you know, call some zones from time to time. Like, the PS5 reveal began with a game that was released on the PlayStation 3. I think that should tell you, like, the state of gaming right now. Hardware will get better. Visuals are going to get better. But, like, we've reached the point of being excited about these changes, I think. We've surpassed it. Get excited for games, not the hardware. The hardware has plateaued at this point, honestly. And hopefully publishers this generation want to give us better games, not bigger games. Give me something that I can complete in about 20 hours and make it literally amazing. I want games you need 80 to 90 hours to complete. There's a place for those, but those games, like, not every game should take a long time. When I think about what's a kind of game I want to play that is, like, you know, 200 hours or whatever, I think of, like, the sprawling open world RPGs where there's something new you can look at. Like, people talk about Skyrim and finding new quests even though they've played the game for like 1,000 hours and 4 playthroughs. Like, not every game needs to have open world, and not every game needs to have fetch quests and just time wasting missions and stuff like that. Yeah, Malik, I kind of agree that I think Suggs got a little overlooked on some of those key teams. Ray Lewis always had kind of the spotlight there, and Ed Reed with all the interceptions. Yeah, I think Suggs was maybe a little bit underrated. I also felt that Anquan Bolden was really underrated until he went to the Ravens. And I'm like, wait a minute, he's been really good for a long time. It's not just now when he's on a good team. Hey, Jack, I appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you for that. All right, second game of the episode, everybody. We take on the Minnesota Vikings. We are 5-3 and lose our third game in a row, 82 approval. What is happening to our team? 34-27, yet to lose a game by more than a score. Defense has allowed 30 plus now in 2 straight games. Matt Ryan was better. 318 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. The running game did take a step back. Castle outcarried Turner significantly. Lavernius Coles had a really big day. But what's going on here with the defense? Is it like the loss of edge rush, presence? What is it that's going wrong for us? Let's see if we can find something here from the stats. 328 yards, 54% complete. They didn't run the football that well. All right, Bernard Berrien, 159. I'm starting to think that Revis and Waddle are not, like, living up to the expectations right now. Something's up. We got to fix it. Oh, we blew a 24-13 lead. Not the first lead we've blown this season. That's for sure. The psych trailer. I haven't seen... What psych trailer? Oh my goodness. The injuries are just not going away. Michael Turner is hurt. Out for the season with a Liz Frank injury. Wow. We are seeing what happens here when you do not have a good trainer. I think that's the main thing right now. Wow. Now I have to sign a running back. This is out of control. I want to sign a young running back, preferably. Or at least somebody with decent learning. I can't see that until they're signed. There's Beats. You know what? We're going to sign D'Angelo Williams here. Only in his 5th season. He's not that high rated in this game. Huh. D'Angelo Williams, low rated? I never remember him being low rated ever. But we're going to sign him to a 1-year deal. We've now lost Terrell Suggs for a couple weeks today. We've lost Michael Turner. And we have other injuries we've been dealing with for much of the year. So now with Turner done for the year, Chuck Castle, here's his Rookie of the Year campaign. He has the Pro Bowl icon next to his picture. Chuck Castle's getting an amazing chance now. He'll be backed up by Cornelius Snow and D'Angelo Williams. Hopefully, somehow we can slow down the injuries before this season completely gets away from us. But now with all these injuries and 3 straight losses, this season is really moving in the wrong direction. I'm not going to coach the next game. I'm going to coach the 1-2 games from now. Either it's going to be us trying to win 2 games in a row, build some more momentum, or it's going to be us trying to get above 500. So we'll sim the Saints game too. But what we're seeing right now in this season, I have never seen anything like that in Madden. Injuries like this. Sure, you could crank the injury scale up to like the injury slider to like, 90 and see all kinds of injuries. But on Madden, you either end up with like the entire league's running backs and quarterbacks getting hurt, or very few injuries. Well, here we go in head coach. Turner out for the year. Drexler out for the year. Tony Hill's out for the year. Suggs, Robert James, Harry Douglas. A mild pulled hamstring. Hopefully he can play in our next game. Who's the quarterback? Our quarterback is Matt Ryan in this one. How are other teams' injuries? Good question. I'm sure it varies from team to team, especially with the range of trainers and their ratings. The Bears have 3 injuries, and none are long-term. The Bengals have 3 injuries. Carson Palmer's is almost done. Willie Anderson might be done for most of the season. Yeah, we certainly have more injuries than most teams in the NFL at this stage. We're going off day next for sure. Honestly, it's not the injury slider that's the problem. It's just that I did not sign a good trainer, and now I'm, dealing with the consequences of that. What do I think about Deebo Samuel? Perfect fit in that San Francisco offense. Really good after the catch. I know watching some of his games at South Carolina, I was excited about just what he could do with the ball in his hands. And it's fun to see a player who, I don't think Deebo Samuel will be the best player for every single receiver spot, every single role. Sometimes a player needs the right situation to really have their potential maxed out. And I think that's what we're seeing with Deebo, is his skill set is valuable and it's not being wasted. With another team, it might have been put to waste. What is this? Game changer, miraculous recovery. I've never seen this in head coach. Harry Douglas healed ahead of schedule. Okay, that's great. He had the mild pulled hamstring, so he is going to be good to go. If I lose Waddle for the season, how will I feel? Not very great. Play Boof Cobb in his place. What would be my ideal injury system? I think something like 2K, or even something like this game, because this game, has a mild pulled hamstring, 1 to 4 day injury. They have injuries that, are very short term. You can play through mild injuries. Like this system here, copy and paste, would be a huge upgrade for Madden with no changes. Literally 0 changes would be an upgrade. But ideally, something where there's progressive fatigue and it's based on, various body parts. So, a receiver whose hamstring is hurt would lose speed and acceleration until that's fully healed. Plus have a chance to maybe tear the hamstring and have a serious injury. But let's say a hamstring injury for, I think a quarterback would be a little bit different. Maybe a little bit easier to play through. Not as many relevant rating impacts. You're not going to really see, I don't think, well, I guess, weight transfer. You could get really in depth if you wanted to, but I think you get where I'm going with that whole tangent. Do I think Kyle Rudolph pushed off to catch the touchdown in the wild card? If that one got flagged for being a push-off, I don't think you could argue against it. I do think it was closer than some super obvious ones. If I remember correctly, there was a little bit of mutual contact, but looking back at it, I'm a little bit surprised it didn't get the flag. I think that exact play, though, if you were to run it through 100 times, I think it gets flagged maybe around half the time. The Vikings also got a call to go their way. Remember the end of the game against the Broncos? They threw a jump ball to Noah Fant in the end zone, and there was some contact between him and Jaron Kearse. That was really, though, they were both going at it there. That one was a better no call than the Rudolph no call, if you remember those plays. Gonna switch up a couple of the inactives just to maybe give some other players a chance for learning. Don't want to have the same inactives every single week. Sorry, Boof Cobb is sitting this game out. And we're back to take on the Saints once again. Really trying to end this losing streak. It's been a tough episode to this point. We need something to go our way. Is this the day for us? Can we get a win against the Saints? Here in Week 11, we lose again. What is happening to this team? 4 straight losses. 38-17. There's the blowout loss. Worst loss of the year. And another huge day allowed by the defense. I know we've had some injuries there, but I did not think it would result in games like this. 443 yards for Drew Brees against our secondary. I can't even fathom how that's possible. 73 here to Reggie Bush, a $138 to Marcus Colston. How is this happening? Revis, Waddle, Rhodes. We're 5-5 with 77 approval. What happened to the dominant team that was going to go all the way to the playoffs with ease? That's long gone. I'm going to save quick. I wonder if on would this be like the sign of a memory leak, the way the game just slows down and gets more crash prone? The longer it's open, the more stuff you do. This is why Boof needs the play. He's an integral piece of your team. Could just be poor optimization. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out specifically, like, what I can do, what can I avoid. Because, like, there are different bugs in, like, Madden. Like, in the last couple of years, there's been issues with Super Sim. And I've had to learn what triggers the bugs so I can avoid them. In this case, I have no more knowledge than I did before they started happening. Still, we are second place here in the NFC South. But we have to start the turnaround. And next week, we are coaching this game. It is a must-win game for the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, I can check the DB stats. That's a really good part of the simulating here. I love that they're included. So we can go to catches allowed, yards allowed, and touchdowns and get all the info we need here. Basically, we're not seeing a lot of touchdowns being allowed by Revis or Demario Waddle, so that's good news. The players who are struggling the most, though, it looks like Dino Peters is having issues. 556 yards allowed, 16.8 a reception. Then we have Demario Waddle at 417, but that isn't that bad. We've played 10 games. He's allowing like 40 yards a game, but then Peters is allowing like 55 a game. That's not like the worst. I don't think these numbers are complete either. I don't think it counts games that we actually play. But regardless, I think Dino Peters might be a liability in coverage. Right now, Matt Ryan is at, let's see. Matt Ryan's currently at 15 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, so he's not playing like lights out or anything. He's been okay. Chuck Castle's been fine. The running game overall is pretty good. Now the defense is just not up to par. Yeah, I think 55 at linebacker a game is worse than 55 a game at corner. But I guess teams have been targeting Dino Peters a little bit. I want to see him continue to get better here. What's his coverage at? 59 awareness. Speed is low. Coverage is low. But I don't know that we have more good coverage linebackers on the team, really. Posluszny's even worse in coverage. We could play a safety there. Lofton's already playing one spot. Kevin Burnett. Do we try to play Kevin Burnett? $53. We've just lost so much lately. Maybe it's time to just play somebody else in that role. Let's start Kevin Burnett this next game. Maybe the next couple games. Play Boof. I knew what the chat was going to say. I don't know why that got switched around. Houston is supposed to be our nickel. Off-season stream for Denver, that'll be on Saturday. A lot of players here still with low fatigue and lower health. It's going to be tough to win games here down the stretch. I think especially, too, having a weak trainer, like, the longer the season goes, the tougher it gets week to week. Let's switch up the music. What's my newest song? I think I know which one you're talking about. Actually, I'm not sure anymore. I like this one a lot, though. I'm pretty sure that right and middle play in the nickel could move Dino to left. Yeah, that was always one of the things you had to think about in these games, is which outside linebacker is the, like, the second one. That's a really good point. And maybe I do need to move Boley to the right side instead. That's smart. I love Brandon Williams, but I think we have to move on. We are going to pay Matt Judon, our best pass rusher, and Earl Thomas and Marlon Humphrey. Yeah, you don't typically see teams stick with their nose tackle long term. A lot of those players end up moving to different teams because at some point, I think oftentimes teams will be like, okay, can we really afford to pay a nose tackle big money over a position like corner? And really, it's tough. Nose tackle, it's an important role, and it can certainly make life easier on defense. But the league definitely doesn't prioritize nose tackles any longer. I know when Andrew Billings came out, he was like the top nose tackle in his draft class. And everybody was shocked he went, I think, late 3, early 4. That's just the direction it's going and has been going. Yeah, especially like tackles that don't contribute a lot in pass rushing. I mean, the Vikings, they lost Linval Joseph. He's going to get a pretty big deal here from the Chargers. And then they bring in Michael Pierce because they still like that role and wanted somebody a little bit younger. I think that was one of the things for them too, is now Linval is 30 or 31. I'm gonna miss Linval though. He was a lot of fun to watch. Change a receiver to corner? I don't know if anybody has the skill set that would translate that well. And we're pretty deep at corner. We have 3 that can play, including Houston. Oh, also, one thing you have to remember in situations like Eddie Goldman, like teams that don't have a quarterback on a big contract play by different rules. I know they traded for Foles. That's not as big or as long as most big current day quarterback contracts. At least I don't think it was. I want to say Foles is making like 22-ish. I could be wrong. Nick Foles. Was there any sort of restructuring with that contract? I don't think there was. The cap number is so low. How is that possible? He did restructure. Okay. Yeah, so it went down big time. The cap number is so reasonable. But teams that don't pay big money to quarterbacks, they play by different rules for who they sign ultimately. Like when you don't have a top paid quarterback, you can sign a running back, safety, nose tackle, kicker, you name it. You almost have unlimited money at that point. Those are the teams, though, that are making moves like signing Trey Waynes to huge cornerback deals like the Bengals did. Because that contract's probably going to be done before they ever would have to pay Joe Burrow. And even if they did cut him later on down the road, probably limited penalty. I appreciate the comment, Grant. Thank you for the love. Is that pick 6 still hurting from the Broncos series? Yeah, that was a bad one. I haven't had too many ones like that lately, but that was a terrible time for it. That's why the Bengals should sign Mixon. That's why they probably will. Yeah, I think that the reason they got Michael Pierce is they didn't want to take a big drop off from where Linval was. And maybe even, Pierce is an upgrade at this point. I know that they're not going to get like the most pass rush or sacks out of him, but that's why they have Danielle Hunter. You don't always have to have a penetrator, pass rushing penetrator at defensive tackle. And if you are going to pay someone big money, I mean, it's better to pay somebody a little bit younger. no worries about Michael Pierce. I know he's a beast against the run. I talked a little bit about Dalvin Cook, but you know, I kind of foresaw this whole situation happening where he'd want to get paid, and either they'd pay him or he would sit out training camp or something. I don't know if he would actually sit out the entire season or a portion of the season, but you know, I'd like to see them come to some sort of 2 or 3 year deal, but reportedly, you know, he felt disrespected by whatever contract offer they gave him. So I don't know where to go from this point, but love Dalvin. You know, I want to see great players no matter at what position get paid. So yeah, I want to see Dalvin get paid, but paying running backs top money, like, it just, when you look back and you say, was that the right move or not, it hardly ever ends up being the right move. So how do you make contracts that work for the player, work for the team, and you don't just see players getting cut and the market for that position completely tank like we have at running back? The only thing I can think of is shorter contracts, more guaranteed. And I'd be cool with that. Like, I think Dalvin wants somewhere in the range of what David Johnson got at $13 million a year. To me, I would be wanting to offer to a running back of his caliber something like 2 years, $25 million with 20 guaranteed. Something like that. I feel that would, you know, he would get guaranteed money. He could hit the market in 2 years if he's still on top of his game. I think that's the win-win. All right, I'm going to restart the game, and then we are going to coach this one, all right? I do this before I get into games just because the game starts to run poorly after it's been on for a while. Eckler is the most underrated back in the league. I love Austin Eckler. I think he could have potentially gotten even more than he got this offseason. Austin Eckler streams on Twitch. Yep, I gotta set my quarter length. Yep, totally understand that he wants to get paid more than $1.3 million. Is his contract even worth that much this year? When you pay a quarterback, though, it's almost impossible to pay a running back. Yeah, Dalvin, it would get a $1.3 million base salary this year, for sure. I mean, I don't blame him at all. It's one of those things where it's like, how can the situation... Who's going to make the move to make things, you know, work better for both sides? Because I think we all have to agree that the running back market is kind of broken. Teams are constantly cutting running backs. Other running backs aren't getting paid. Like, it seems like nobody's winning in this situation. What do I think of Miles Sanders? He's going to be a beast this season. When it comes to fantasy football, any format, I am targeting Miles Sanders as much as I can. A lot of people were super high on Sanders last year. I didn't think the situation for him last year was going to be ideal enough because, like, Philly's running back room is always so crowded, but this year it looks like he can be the guy. And I think he's going to have a monster season. I think Sanders could be this year's Aaron Jones. I do think Akinjide was worth the pick so far. I know we didn't get a ton of year one, like, return in the form of big plays or anything. But, I see the potential when I, focus on him in game. He does cover really well, and a lot of times that good coverage is not tested, which is always a plus. I think part of why, we were able to force so many checkdowns and punts is because of, players like him. But he's got to start capitalizing on the big plays that are there. That's going to truly decide if he was worth a top 5 pick or not. Because right now, he's just a solid starting safety. What's going on, Zackler? How you doing, man? Left the stream to go eat, and we were 5-3. Come back, and we're 5-5. I know. This is not an ideal situation for us whatsoever. We started the episode 5-2, and now we're in a completely different world. Can you guys break down the NBA return for me a little bit? So 22 teams, late July at Disney in Orlando. Is it pretty much a done deal? I can't believe what baseball's doing, though. Like, baseball can't afford to have this kind of a dispute right now with, like, where the sport is trending in terms of public interest. Baseball losing a year, I think, would be so detrimental. Especially, I know they're set to try to renew their CBA soon. Baseball is messing around. Green Bay had no answer for Raheem Mostert. Nope, they did not. Yeah, the CBA is 2021, but I mean, like, imagine they lose 2020. And then you can't have another season until you solve a labor dispute after this. That's messy as it gets. That's okay. I'll just start watching the KBO. I know that's been going for a while. Alright, unlike last episode, we are actually going to coach a game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. I know we're going to see Josh Johnson as their starting quarterback. And here we go, everybody. Tampa and Atlanta. This is a must-win game. What about the whole Mookie Betts situation, too? He's in the last year of his contract. People were talking about that a few months ago. I forgot about that whole thing with him in LA now. He could go become a free agent potentially without ever even playing for the Dodgers. The only bright side is that the Nationals' reign as World Series champs lasts longer. Oh, man. I want to watch some baseball, man. I miss it.
Let's kick it off.
We have to find a way to snap this losing streak. It ends right now. Let's hope. 5-5 Atlanta underway here against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll start on defense. Tampa at the 25. Josh Johnson under center for Tampa. And the Buccaneers start with play action. And Johnson! It's caught! That was an interesting play.
Not bad at all, but we could do better.
Kane, why do I think most teams prefer to kick instead of receive? I think that the second half kickoff, after you've made some adjustments, getting to dictate how the second half starts with your offense is kind of just the way that feels right, I guess. And I think one of the big things is that if the first half doesn't go your way, it guarantees you're at least getting the football to start the second half. But yeah, like, you know, 10, 15 years ago, every team wanted the fast start. I don't think kicking is always the right answer either. I think if you were like an electric offense, like I don't think the Chiefs at home should ever kick. I think they should start the game, score a touchdown, and go for 2. But that's just me. Is Johnson still in the NFL? He was last playing in the XFL. Here's a run right side, first down, Tampa Bay.
It's not over yet.
I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Johnson's back in the NFL, especially with this kind of an offseason. He's played for like 12 years. So I think that players with experience who are free agents are going to be coveted, especially at a spot like backup quarterback. New set of downs for Tampa. Come on, they pancaked everybody. Josh Johnson knocked away. This game does have option plays, like traditional college-style option. They have a lot of old-school offenses as choices in the game, too. They have the wishbone, wing T, you name it. I noticed last episode, though, we had an issue creating pressure. So far, that seems to be the case again as we almost get the interception. 59 is Michael Boley, I'm pretty sure. I know we talked about which linebackers are playing 3 downs. And it looks like in that situation, Boley, 59, Lofton, 58. Okay. I want to be able to pick my play here. This will settle it for sure, too. We're actually in our nickel. I think it's Boley and Lofton out there. Yep. Josh Johnson, downfield! Oh, that could have been picked off. Good start, though. We didn't get much pressure, but our coverage was perfect. The XFL was very fun. I loved it. And I can't believe it's gone just like that and probably not coming back. Xavier Short return. How many more seasons do I think I can do in the Broncos franchise at this point? I don't know yet, but I'm likely running it up until PS5 Xbox release. Because I don't think I want to start a new franchise until those systems drop. I have to call another timeout. I got to start being better with my time here. I've already spent 2 timeouts, unfortunately. But here we are. 1st and 10, Chuck Castle, your starting running back, the rest of the way. The rookie on 1st and 10 runs right through the middle. No resistance inside from Tampa, gain of 13. PJ Walker was my favorite XFL player. Same, and now he's on the Panthers with Teddy. I'm like one step away from being a Panthers fan at this point.
Make it to the back. We're going play action.
From the 42, now a little play action for Ryan, and wide open! A first down in the Tampa territory, Lavernius Coles. That's a play I've been working on there. Play action, flanker streak, post route from the inside receiver, one of the oldest plays teams call. Classic play action, vertical play.
Run it up the gut.
XFL may not be done. Flemlo has a video on it. I'll have to check it out. He makes some incredible content. What I love about his channel is, like, you know, as sports fans, oftentimes we just think about whatever happened to that guy. Well, his channel, like, answers most of those questions that you probably have about different players. From the 31, running to the right, Castle brought down, no gain on the play. That was a nice tackle. At some point today, I'm calling Kane slants. Not yet.
Look deep.
Maybe on 1st down if we convert here. I'm trying to get to the tight ends here. When it comes to 3rd down, like, that's the most reliable thing I think you can do. They only send 3. Pretty good coverage. Ryan fires, and it's caught inside the 15. That was a nice play. I had to go deep into the progressions on that one. Major League Wiffle Ball. No, I'm not familiar with that. That sounds interesting.
We're gonna run right at them.
Did I know the Vikings have the 4th highest win percentage of all time? I almost feel bad about that stat. Castle runs on 1st down and gets a couple. Yeah, the Vikings, I've said this for a long time, but they are maybe out of all major pro sports in America, they have the best legacy out of any team that has never won a championship. I don't know if anyone can top them with no rings. The Vikings have everything else. The Hall of Famers, the appearances. They got everything else, man. Just give me one. Just one.
Okay, we're going between the tackles.
Castle's getting this again, and he is fighting up to the 2-yard line. It's 3rd and inches. I should take him out of the game, though. We don't want to see him get too fatigued. But he's carried the football so much on this drive. Now I'm wondering what his fatigue's even at. We're going to throw on this next one, though. I just want to. That's my reasoning. I want to throw. Could have called quarterback sneak, though. We're throwing it 3rd and inches. Wide open. There it is. Touchdown, Atlanta. Good start. A stop and a score. You sound like me, pre-16 Cubs? Yeah, sure. Never thought you'd see the day, I bet.
Send out the kicker.
You know what's a shame if the MLB doesn't come back? Not that we don't get the season, but that we don't get the playoffs. And the playoffs have been fire for a few years. Outside of last year's ALDS, between the Twins and the Yankees, that was garbage.
Kick middle.
Vikings making playoffs. Danny, at this point, I think they're right on the fringe of a wild card spot. But I think that Green Bay going in a weird direction this offseason made me a lot more confident in their chances. How long have the Falcons been a team? Yeah, they've had their heartbreaks. How long have they been a franchise? Because they're not a classic franchise, but they're also not new.
Just like that,
They must have been created in like the 70s. 65. That's only like, wait a minute, that's like the same year as the Vikings. Did the Falcons actually exist in the 60s? Because they aren't even a part of like that era. I don't remember them at all. I wasn't alive, but I'm like, you know, looking back, Hall of Famers, Super Bowl appearances, the Falcons weren't there. I had no idea they were around in the 60s. Oh yeah, they got new uniforms. I'm not sure I like the gradient. Gradient kind of looks weird on a sports uniform. Buccaneers struggling here in the opening. Oh, that's a nice play, though. Their first down. That's a highlight play out to the 38. They had one of the worst beginnings as a team. Yeah, until the Buccaneers showed up and made everybody forget about that. I've seen, I think it's called NFL Turning Point. They had a docu-series episode on those first Bucs teams. It was a lot of fun to watch. Play action now, and Josh Johnson, what an adjustment to make the off-balance throw, off-platform. That was nice. Yeah, the Falcons all-black look, it's always been good with like the red accent. Hard to beat that. More play action here for Josh Johnson, and he connects again, as the Bucs are finding a good rhythm on this drive. It might be NFL Films timeline, possibly. I can't remember. Oh, great. Let's throw 15 yards on top of it, I guess. That's why I had to say one of the worst. I just don't remember the Falcons. I gotta see what they did in their first couple of years. Oh yeah, their Wikipedia page. Their first era is titled Early Struggles. Already at our 26, and a short pickup here on the run. So their first season was 1966. They finished the 1960s with 12 wins in 4 seasons. Their only 2 winning seasons in their first 12 years were in 71 and 73. That's rough. Best player in Falcons franchise history? Off the top of my head, I would have to say Julio Jones. Nice stop.
Good job at the linebacker.
Matt Ryan's going to be up there, but I think, you know, Julio has been a better receiver than Ryan has been a quarterback. Tony Gonzalez played most of his career in Kansas City, so I wouldn't, you know, call him the greatest Falcon of all time. Yeah. Who would you put up against Julio in that conversation? Vic in his prime. Yeah, he played... How many years did Vic play in Atlanta? Like 7? Dion played on a few different teams. Ooh, off the mark there from Johnson on 3rd down. Okay. So a really good start to that drive, and now they'll have to kick the field goal. Oh yeah, I dive into Wikipedia football stuff all the time when I'm making content. It's hilarious, the tangents we go on. Field goal is good. So Tampa Bay's on the board, 7-3. Good game so far. Now let's see if we can increase this lead. Yeah, Jamal Anderson and Jesse Tuggle, that was like the era before I really got into watching football heavily, so I don't know those players and teams that well. That's a nice little run back there for Shorts. I think, like, as long as he can do that, he's got a roster spot. Do dagger. All right, next pass play we're going to call dagger. There you go.
We're going to run right at him.
Algie Crumpler. There we go. 1st and 10 Atlanta. We're going right back to Castle, and I think until they show they can stop it, we're just going to run dives. Nothing fancy. Hey, Tiger fan, I appreciate the super chat. When did I start watching football a lot? Oh, when I was 8. Like the 2000 season. The 2001 season, I think. The Vikings went 11-5 that year. We'll get to the super chat here in just a moment. Throwing on 2nd down. There's a conversion. Caught by Benjamin Watson. All right, now we're going to call dagger. Did I know the 1977 Falcons had one of the best defenses statistically? They averaged 9.2 points per game allowed. That is filthy. Especially in that era when you had the Steel Curtain Steelers and the Purple People Eater Viking defenses. That's really good.
Look deep.
What do I record gameplay on? I use an Elgato HD 60. We're going back to the air again. Good protection and downfield on target for Lavernius Coles inside the 25. 1st down ATL. All right. Let's see if they can stop the dives. I wish this was a little differently organized.
Run right at him.
Try picking by play type. I could do that. Might work better. This is going to be a run. Bounced outside a bit by Castle, and he is close to another 1st down. Gotta love the way the offense is playing. I'm not sure if the game is less laggy than any other time, but it's possible. I did a clean reset before going into this game, just so it would be like as good as it could be, essentially. I think maybe I should call plays from this menu. I'm just so used to the other way, knowing exactly where to find waddle, fade, and whatnot. My created plays. Castle's getting this again, and he is drilled after getting the 1st down. Oh, a holding call. Come on. We all got a hold and we need 1 yard. No Bucks today. That's going to be tomorrow. But I have the last head coach episode getting edited. Or it's already edited. The video's rendered and everything. I just got to post it. Yeah, I think it just might be tougher to find some of my passing plays from this way. But certainly for running, this is better.
Look deep.
I might have to call a timeout again. Yeah.
That's a nice play.
Do waddle fade if you get the 1st down this play. As long as we're not inside the 10. I need some room to call that play. I love middle cross. I just love that play design.
Passing.
Who remembers Ahmad Bradshaw? That Giants backfield. Bradshaw, Jacobs, Derek Ward. Fire. On second down, short completion, and that will take us to the 21. Yeah, I think that if Castle has a monster season, I could draft another running back and move on from Turner. He's making a lot of money. So, we'll just have to see.
Look deep.
All right, trying to get to Roddy White on this play. It's 3rd down and 7. Ryan's got all day here. He's going to the end zone, and it's knocked down. Tried to throw that fade or that wheel route. All right, field goals have been quite the journey. Here's another one.
Send out the kicker.
38-yard try. Right hash. The kick. Oh, it's good somehow. Did that hit the upright? What was that? At least it went through. I think it might have gone through the upright.
All right, let's kick it off.
Thank you, Trav, for becoming a new member on the channel. Much appreciated. That might have been a bank, too. I don't like how often we miss and have near misses. Why couldn't my Bears have done that? Oh, man, because that was your day to be a meme. As a Viking fan, I know what that feels like. But that was your day. It was the Eagles' day the following week. All right, a 10-3 ball game. And tackled on the outside. Gain of 6. Best player in Bears franchise history? That's tough. Because they're a classic franchise that's been around for 100 years. And Gale Sayers, Walter Payton. I think it's one of those two. Another run, trying to change direction now, and that'll be close to a first down.
That's it, baby. Nice play.
Which playbook did I use for the Broncos series? So they're custom. I think they might be on Madden Share. 3rd and 2 here for the Bucs, and they're not going to get it here. Trying to get us out of position with the play action. So a good stand there for the defense. We got plenty of time too, thankfully, because I wasted all my timeouts. Derrick Henry only averages 3 yards a carry on inside runs. Yeah, Derrick Henry's... I think that a lot of his success relies on big plays. He's a big play running back. And he always has been in the NFL.
Look deep.
Hey, what's going on, Mike? We were just talking about the Bears. Who do you think is the best Bear of all time? Chat thinks Walter Payton. We got 2.5 minutes here to go in the first half, and Ryan is going to go down to start this drive, but thankfully he fell forward. No one gets credited for allowing a sack there. You know what? We're calling the new play I made, okay? We're going Kane slants. If you didn't see this earlier, Kane slants. We have slant, flat concepts on both sides, but the running back goes to the flats on the left while the slot receiver runs a wheel. The reads on this play are left slot, the wheel route, then the right slot. And there's the quick slant. I just felt like we needed a quick slant play in our playbook.
That's how you do it.
Peyton is the easy answer. It's a tough one, though. We were going through it with the Falcons, and we were like, Julio, and then didn't have another answer.
Okay, we're passing.
From the 38 with 2 minutes left to go. Ryan throwing quick again, and Roddy White gets upended. Green Wave, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Kane, I love the videos. Been a fan since the Vikings franchise. Wanted to know when you'll get over your fear of the catch modifiers in Madden 20. I think I should probably just try to practice them a little bit. It's not like I'm
Run right at him.
against using them or anything. I usually forget about them because they've only been a thing for a little while, and I don't keep the indicators on my screen. There we go, first down run. I gotta go back to the passing game now, though. I want to start using them more, though. I think that it would fix some of the situations. Like, which ones do you think... Which one is the most useful for me to get the hang of? Is it possession?
Okay, we're passing.
About a minute to go here in the first half, and it's time, everybody. Waddle fade. That's not Waddle, but it's a first down.
Great
30
team
plus
effort,
yards
guys.
on the
Proud of
catch. Thank you for the big play. Still got plenty of time. You know what? I'm going Kane slants again. I'm feeling it. I just love it. Possessions on third down, red zone situations. Oh, rat catch. Quick slant again and on the money. Ooh, that's twice to perfection. You gotta love that. I want to just spike the
Kill the
ball
clock,
quick.
spike the ball.
Get reset. We should have about 20 seconds now. Just can't get tackled shy of the goal line, really. This is where tight ends make their money. I think we're going to one of our favorite tight end plays here. Why sit? This could be a Desmond Clark touchdown. Let's see how the Bucs cover this. That's going to look busy in the middle. Ryan fires late and is intercepted! It's going to go across the 20! Come on! The Bucs are going to tie it up! Pick six! Unbelievable, man. Why? Tie game. Cannons are going on. Going off. Definition of a 5-5 team right there. Exactly. That's how it happens. We play so well in the first half, have a chance to go up 2 scores, and then one wrong play. And now we're tied. Also wanted to know if you were psyched about the custom celebrations they detailed in the Madden 21 trailer. Not too excited about it. I mean, it might be cool, but I think we all know what I want to see from the game at this point. And I know you're just being sarcastic.
All right, guys, hustle on to the locker room.
Ugh. Matty Water, has the ice melted? I don't think ice is staying ice too long in Tampa, Florida. The chat is now calling for us to replace Matt Ryan. Wow. I've praised him a lot this season, but now we're going to have to see him really step up to get this team to the postseason. And if we miss, and if he doesn't have a great year, what do we do? Do we consider going in a new direction? I haven't really seriously considered it yet, but maybe I have to start thinking about it, because plays like that are going to wreck any chance we have going to the Super Bowl. We're going to start with a run here in the second half. And to the outside here, getting a few yards. That's Cornelius Snow. Thank you, sports fan, for the super chat. Sources tell me Falcons fans are protesting giving up their season tickets as Boof Cobb has yet to see the field this year and demand him to start at quarterback. Oh boy, I don't know if it's that bad. I think we'd all want to see Waddle play quarterback first, right? A second straight run here on this possession, and that should move the chains. Again, it's Snow.
Look deep.
We're going to the air now. First throw since the pick six, and it's a good strike from Ryan. He's made a lot of good plays today, but it's the one that we're really going to think about.
Okay, we're going between the tackles.
Again, we're just trying to take defenders out of the box and run at them with some power. And Castle lost the football! It's going to happen again! No touchdown this time, I guess, but Bucks take over. Remember we were 5-2? Come on, Falcons. This team is cursed. From Italy, thanks for the good time to stream. I'm glad you can make it here and watch us completely fumble away our season. 10 apiece here as the Buccaneers take over. Toss outside. And a good tackle for a loss.
Good job with the linebackers, Coach. Sam and Will are putting all kinds of pressure on their run game.
Is this what it's like being an actual Falcon fan?
Nickel stump lurker.
We don't have Julio to celebrate in this series. We have DeMario Waddle. And then we have heartbreak all the time. Josh Johnson fakes. He's got time. Short gain. All right, update here on an injury. Chuck Castle out for game. Oh, x-rays pending. So this could be a big deal. Wow. There he is on the sideline, too. Could we have another major injury on this team? Bunch formation for Tampa. It's 3rd down and 9. 4 on the rush. We haven't gotten pass rush much. There we go. Shows up in a big play. And we force 4th down. Now, this isn't a guarantee, right? This is a 43-yard try. He could miss this. You got to believe that they can miss the field goal, everybody. The kick is pretty darn good. So now without Chuck Castle, how do we approach the rest of this ball game? Do we try to run the football with Cornelius Snow, or do we try to either see Matt Ryan win the game or lose the game for us? I think when your star running back goes down, you're down to your third string running back. If you can't count on your quarterback to fix things, then maybe you don't have the right quarterback. So let's go. All right, Waddle Wheel. We're going for the big plays here. From the 30, it's first down. 13-10. Matt Ryan opens. He fires and nearly gets picked again.
Okay, we're passing.
Single high look from Tampa. Could be cover 3 here. It's second down. Ryan sidesteps, airs it out, and is intercepted again. A third straight takeaway for Tampa. Down the sideline and tripped up at the
I've
15.
seen Pee-wee leagues pass better than this.
Well, this season is going nowhere fast. What is happening right now? Do we bench him now? I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the restroom. Take a rest here. I wanted to also test the feature here, if you don't mind. I'm gonna hit the play ad button. I'll come back in like a minute. I just want to know if this actually works. All right, I'm back. Should be good to go. No ad? No, I hit the button. I just wanted to see if it worked. Okay. All right, let's continue. We are just giving this game away after what was a really nice start. We got a stop, a score, we were flying high. And now 3 straight turnovers, including a pick 6, and here's Tampa with a chance to go up 2 scores. A weird play here, and Johnson's got to keep it, and he will salvage a broken play. That was weird. Another face mask call! What more can this team do wrong?
Back up. Nobody talk to me. Nobody get near me.
It's saying goal line. Five yards out, 1 receiver on the field. It's first and goal from the 5, and they'll run inside. Good stop. The game isn't over, but sure feels as over as a 3-point game can feel. All right, we're getting aggressive here. And in the backfield, there's a stop. We got to keep this a one-score game. Defining moment, but I'm on defense. What do I do? Blitz or not blitz? Gotcha. I'm blitzing. I don't like that I have to pick one of theirs, though. I have blitzes I like. Free fire. LB fire. I have a hook zone there in the middle to protect against a quick slant or something. All right, 3rd and goal from the 7. Trying to stay in this game. Johnson off the fake. He completes it for the touchdown.
Come on.
And the Buccaneers go up 19-10. Wow. What a mess. Kevin Boss. According to the game, our 3rd best quarterback would be Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas at quarterback. We've never experimented with that before. 60 throw power, 35 accuracy. .40 accuracy for D'Angelo Williams, for like 30 power. It's not Booth Cobb time at quarterback. Oh my! Xavier short to the outside. Yeah, he can stay kick returner. I don't care if he never has offensive impact. These, the field position he gives us is amazing. All right, chat, you want to see Booth Cobb throw the football? Fine. I'll even let him run one of my favorite plays. I don't know if I have time, actually. I have to use a timeout. It just takes forever. Is this what the series has, turned into? Just letting Booth Cobb do everything?
Look deep.
Well, you wanted to see Booth Cobb at quarterback. It's a mess of a football game, so why not let him throw the football? On 1st and 10, Booth Cobb. Oh, knocked down. Does that one count? Next time I call that play, it's going to be a complete mess. Because now I have to go back and, fix this. I got to let him throw at least one that doesn't get tipped to the line of scrimmage.
All right, guys, we're going deep.
I'm telling you, though, if Booth Cobb scrambles for 25 yards here, the series is going to be completely broken. Because the chat's never going to let up again. So Booth Cobb on 2nd down. He throws, and again it's knocked down. Now they won't block for him.
Okay, we're passing.
All right, Booth Cobb, you're getting another chance here. It's 3rd and 10. 3 receivers on the field. Will they block this time? They are. Cobb underthrown and nearly picked off. Okay. I'm playing Wade Appling the rest of the game.
Send out the punter.
The ball slipped for sure. I'm sure. Yeah. You know what we need now? Where's DeMario Waddle at? Where's the turnover that can change a game? They got 3 of them. I want at least 1. Josh Johnson back to throw on first down. Johnson under pressure, sidesteps, and he's going to take off. Repped up. No gain.
Solid play defense.
I need Waddle. I need Waddle. Two deep safeties here. Play action, and Johnson has it knocked away.
Shut
That
down
was
the pass
close.
for the time being. Get your players thinking run. Nickel stump lurker.
All right, looking to get a stop here. It's 3rd down. Again off the fake. Johnson's got time, and the receiver never looked for the football. What a break. First one we've caught all day. All right, Xavier short on the return. Okay there, considering the circumstances. And here we go. I wish I could just like reset this. I've had to use another timeout. All right, Wade Appling.
Okay, we're passing.
Wade Appling is in the game at quarterback. Matt Ryan is just not playing well. So can the rookie Appling make anything happen with the Falcons down 10? Appling's going downfield and has that knocked away. And he was nowhere near the intended receiver.
Run it up the gut.
Second string quarterback hands off to third string running back. And here goes Cornelius Snow. Our best play in a
That's
while.
how you
First
run
down.
it. Okay, we're going between the
I
tackles.
think you may get fired. I don't know. If we go 5-11, I deserve it. But still got time to fix the season. We have time. I just don't know if we have the ability right now.
All right, guys, we're going deep.
Xavier short at running back this game? That's an idea I haven't really considered. I wonder what he could do at running back. All right, it's 2nd down and 3, but now I have an idea. As Appling completes, could Xavier Short play running back?
Okay, we're going between the tackles.
Demario Waddle in the backfield. I really need to start utilizing him more so on offense. So Waddle's getting a carry here with all the injuries at running back, and there he goes! Waddle! Big run, 17 yards. And the chat loves it.
We're going to run right at him.
Xavier Short now checks in at running back. Everybody's playing new positions. Here's a handoff. And up the middle, inside the 10. Good pickup.
Okay, we're passing.
Final play of the quarter here if we do snap it. All right, 4th quarter it is.
Good
Got to
play
erase this
offense.
10-point deficit.
Okay, that quarter's done.
All right, guys, we're going deep.
In recent episodes, we have been blowing leads. Now, we must perform the comeback. Down 10 here inside the 10. We've got to get a touchdown here. Wade Appling. No! Come on!
Oh, for crying out loud. I can't believe he hasn't completed a pass.
Why can't we just make a throw? I almost feel like running on 3rd and 3 here is like the best thing we can do. I have that little trust in our passing game. So Demario Waddle is back in the game right now, and this is a pretty soft box from Tampa Bay. Only 5 defenders in the box, and one got through immediately. Down goes Waddle. Wow. Destroyed off the snap. We had the numbers advantage. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't want to lose approval. Kick the field goal, go for the touchdown. We're going for the touchdown.
All right, guys, we're going deep.
Field goal here makes plenty of sense, but I want to find the end zone. I want the touchdown. Going forward on 4th and 4. Here's Wade Appling, the rookie. He's got a man open and finds him. Touchdown. Thank you. Touchdown, Falcons. We're still in this game.
Send out the kicker.
Yeah, honestly, that probably wasn't the best choice I could have made, but it worked. Wait a minute, defining moment. I don't want to kick an onside kick. No. It's not time for that.
Kick middle.
We can't even kick it middle when we're supposed to kick it middle. I lost approval for that.
Trio, wham, lurk.
3-point game. One turnover here could potentially change our entire season. Ending this losing streak, we can still do it. Johnson off the rollout, has a man wide open, and then throws it complete. First down and more. Gain of about 13 yards.
Keep your focus. Don't let it haunt you.
I think all the man coverage that we're playing is getting exposed on these play actions. Not sure I can just call man coverage every play. I think it's pretty much a wash at this point, getting the success and then the loss. 3 receivers in the game for Tampa. Josh Johnson's got time, as he has all day, and completes again for the first down.
Oh, come on, defense.
No pass rush. All right, we're going into the playbook here. This is a 6-man pressure I created. I just want to see us get some pressure for once. Try to make a play. But they're going to run this one to the outside, and there's space. Cut downhill, and 10 yards.
You gotta get to him.
So now we're looking at having to force a field goal.
Trio, wham, lurk.
Who do I start if Appling plays solid? Probably Ryan again. He's played better than he has today. There's a good run stop, though.
Good job with the linebackers,
3rd and 2,
Coach.
edge of field
Sam
goal
and Will are
range.
putting
Key
all
play
kinds
coming
of
up.
pressure on their run game. Wow, incredible! Absolutely incredible.
All right, we're going to bring some pressure here. We'll see what they try. Can I adjust? Do I have time? No, I don't. They're going to run it. Ernest Graham, forward, and got it. We got to make that play. It was right there for us. More play action here. They've rolled out Johnson to his left a lot. No one's around him, and there he goes. Johnson, first down and more, inside the 20.
What are you guys standing
play.
still for? Let them hear it.
Suddenly, though, there's just absolutely no rush from this team whatsoever. We're playing Suggs, Tribble, Wilfork, Anderson, and getting nothing. So let's go Tribble and Baldwin then. Just because Wilfork's not a great pass rusher. We need someone to apply some rush. 4 and change to go still. Defense still has chances to make a play here. And there goes Johnson. Going outside with it. And he's brought down before turning the corner.
That's not what I wanted.
Offset backfield for Tampa. And now under 4 minutes to play. Back to the ground game. Ernest Graham upended. But again, it's 3rd and short. Looks like there's an injury on the field, too, for Tampa. All right, can I call an adjustment here and just have us show blitz? Stack the box. Defense needs the play right here. 3rd and 1. They will not get it. There's the stop, finally. So it's going to be a 1-score game as we take over again. All right, 27-yard chip shot field goal. And the kick is right down the middle. 6-point game, 3 and change to go. Here we go, everybody. Do we keep Wade Appling in with this drive? Matt Ryan's thrown 2 interceptions today. So do we just keep the rookie in to try and get us the W? Go with Ryan. A lot of people want to see Matt Ryan back out there, but I got to call a play quick.
Look deep.
I just called the first one I could. So Appling is out there right now. 3:18 left to go. We may bring Matt Ryan back in the game, though. Here's a completion. First down, Ben Watson. Good start.
I've seen Pee-wee leagues pass better than this.
All right, we're going to go back to Matt Ryan here. But he needs to actually make this work. And we've got to call plays that he's not going to mess up. Do the Kane slant play. I like that one. I think they're calling a play for me here because now I have my clipboard. Oh, there it is. Thanks. I like that slant play I built.
All right, guys, we're going deep.
There's one route going deep, and the coordinator says, all right, guys, we're going deep. Not if the play works as it's designed. Ryan connects again. Roddy White across the 50. Okay.
What a play. Nice play.
Good start. And with all this time left, we can still keep the ground game a big part of what we're doing here.
We're going I, 3-1-6, naked Z post.
What was that play call? It's a halfback dive. Oh, man, they stuffed it.
Not
All right, we're going to the warning now. There was no Z post.
2-minute warning, fellas.
All right, Coach, I think I figured out a couple of their plays.
We got to scope. Yeah, I'm good. I'm gone. I got you. What's up, boy? Good? You know what I'm saying? Which way we hit? We hit it. Yeah, we good.
Look deep.
2 minutes left to go. 2 of the biggest minutes of our season. Wait a minute. I think Boof Cobb's in the game at quarterback. I forgot to fix the play! Boof Cobb! No!
Come on, we got to get it in the end zone.
I forgot to fix it! No, Boof! How does that even happen? There was a receiver open too. I should have paid attention there. I forgot Boof Cobb was in for that play. And now I have one timeout left to try and get the football back. Now I have none.
They're just outside range now.
Yeah, pretty messy game here I managed. It's so hard with the timeouts because I want to multitask. I wish I could just say, okay, someone else call the play while I do this. Because how do I manage like making subs and stuff and calling plays with a real play clock? With slow menus. Out of timeouts now. Here's a run, and it almost ended the game.
They're just outside range now.
We don't have much of a chance here, but we've got to make this stop. Let me pinch the D-line. Oh, they snapped it already. There's the play. Okay. We'll have a little time here. They just did us a favor. But we're still going to have to travel the length of the field. Somehow. No timeouts. We have to use the sideline. They're already punting, so we're going to have a minute. And it's over the head of Short, and it's going to rest at the 5. We have to go 95 yards in 62 seconds.
Look deep.
Well, here we go, everybody. Now or never. We got to go all the way to the end zone. Matt Ryan in the end zone. He fires down the middle, and it's caught! Falcons to the 40. There's a big start. But we need more. There's a penalty! Holding? Are you kidding me? Was it in the end zone, too? That'd be the icing on the cake.
Come on, we got to get it in the end zone. Okay, we're passing.
Three-yard line now. Dan Orlovsky special. Are you kidding me? They don't adjust the drop back when you're backed up.
Safety punt.
Are
punt
you
middle.
kidding me with this game? Come on. Come on, man. That's how it's going to end. Without a fumble, anyway. That is, that's a pretty special way to lose a game. I didn't even think about the drop back. But every play has a built-in, set of steps. And that one wasn't, 1 or 3. I can't believe it. Oh, man, we're going to lose again. As awful as that was, it's the perfect way for this game to end. We are going to lose, what is this, our 5th game in a row and drop to 5-6 on the season. Trade Ryan after this. Trade deadline has come and gone, that's for sure. Just snap it, it's over. I would like to be traded effective immediately. Nope, you signed an extension.
Hey, that wasn't half bad.
What do you mean? It was horrible.
That's all she wrote.
Is there any fixing this season now at 5-6 without winning out? Maybe a lucky wild card or something? I didn't manage this game very well. I was not careful with certain things. We should have won this game, though. We let it get away from us again. That was a horrible game. The Bucs didn't do anything special. They passed for 86 yards. And they hardly ran the football. Kevin Boss had 8 catches. They didn't even throw it to the receivers. That was ugly. Oh man, Bengal, if you were here like 2 minutes ago, that would have been way better. What's going on, man? So we just, basically, we lost a game. You ever call a play from the 3-yard line and your quarterback's drop back takes him out of the back of the end zone? Because that happened to us. Oh man, this team is a mess. Can we go back in time? We had no timeouts, ball at the 3-yard line. And he just walks out of the back of the end zone. It was my fault for calling the play. It had a 5-step drop, and the game doesn't account for that. Everything in that game was my fault, but the interceptions were not. The last one by Booth Cobb was, but Matt Ryan's pick 6, not my fault. Matt Ryan's other interception, not my fault. Chuck Castle's fumble, not my fault. Scout quarterbacks. This is a really weak quarterback class we have coming up.
Colts clinched the
So even
playoff
if we
spot this
scout,
weekend,
we may
and
not
fans
find a
already
solution
are
or
lining
anything.
up to purchase tickets.
Oh boy, and now we may have more injuries. There were x-rays pending for Chuck Castle. I don't know if that's still an ongoing issue here, but here are the injuries we're dealing with. Michael Turner, done for the year. Tony Hills, Artis Drexler, done for the year. But everybody else is back. Okay. Thankfully, nothing's wrong with Castle. We can still try to get him to Rookie of the Year. Oh yeah, and I traded my first round pick too. I did do that. Here's a look at what's happened, though, in today's episode. After opening the season, winning games, having this amazing defense, we opened today's episode at 5-2. And then, have done nothing but lose. I would like to super sim this game against the Browns now. Try to give us a chance to close out positively. So it's a super sim. Maybe we watch part of the second half. How's that sound? Don't have time for a full game right now, but I don't mind maybe playing a fourth quarter if it's close or something. Bengal, if you're still in here, did you know the Falcons were a team in the 60s? They actually existed then. We got to talking about that earlier in the stream, and I'm like, wait a minute. When were they even created? Because I don't remember. You never hear classic football, the beginning of the Super Bowl era in the Falcons. Like, the Falcons, to me, didn't exist until the 80s. They made the playoffs twice, or they had 2 winning seasons their first 12 years. Oh, let's check these standings now. Now we're in last place, technically. 5 straight losses have brought us to last place. The Panthers are out in front at 8-3. We still have 1 head-to-head left against them. But otherwise, I think all our playoff or our division games are done. So we got some work to do. Yep, Broncos offseason this weekend, yes. Am I still in contention for the MVP this year? Absolutely. Am I still in contention for getting fired at the end of the year? Probably now. I said we make the playoffs. That was my promise. Not looking great now. Canceling practice. Why bother? We just lose games anyway. Super Mega Baseball 3 is going to start very soon, either this weekend or even sooner, because the customization, the team creation and everything, all the time-consuming work is done. Kane is fed up. I am fed up with this team. They let me down today. Very fed up. But we have a chance now to end this losing streak, everybody. We're going to take on the Cleveland Browns right now. We're going to get back to 500. I guarantee a win. Oh yeah, Boof Cobb's not playing this one, not after the interception. Nope. Ugh. I'm also pretty hungry too, so I'm like, you know, the team's losing a bunch and I'm kind of, you know, getting cranky because I need a meal. Just the perfect storm. I'm not giving up entirely, like, unless the division race gets really out of hand. Like, I think we're in the wild card hunt still, but there's just no room for error. You lose 5 games in a row in a 16-game season, you're pretty much done. All right, everybody. We are taking on the Cleveland Browns in this Super Sim. There are 20-mile-per-hour winds. That sounds tough to deal with. So we may watch some of this game later on if it gets interesting. But I just didn't want to end the episode on that specific game. Instead, we recover a fumble and take over after the Browns open with a long drive, but can't turn it into points of any kind. So the Browns get it right back, and this time they don't fumble. Touchdown, Jamal Lewis. Well, intercepted. This is the kind of day it's been, and it's not showing any signs of changing. Penalties, fumbles, injuries. A defense that is a shell of their former selves. At least it's only a 14-point game. What if I call Waddle Wheel? Lavernius Coles, 29 yards. Castle for 2. Punch it in. Touchdown, Chuck Castle. Okay. That's a start. Uh-oh. Right down the field with ease, I see. Touchdown, Braylon Edwards. And it's back to a 14-point game. Oh, no. It just said Chuck Castle had a back injury. 30 yards to Roddy White, then 12, then 14. Now Lavernius Coles has a head injury. Touchdown, Martrez Milner. But are we losing even more players right now? 7-point game, intercepted Curtis Lofton. 27 to Waddle. Here we go. Let's go tie it up. We can fix this. Oh, 4th and 1. I'm going for it. I am going for it. We're going to get a yard here, right? Yes. Touchdown, Cornelius Snow. It's 21-21, okay? If it's still close going into the 4th quarter, we'll watch that quarter. 39 to Harry Douglas. We have a chance to take the lead somehow. And we do get a field goal, so it's close. One more drive here maybe. Intercepted by Revis. Why did Wade Appling drop the ball? Why is he even getting thrown the football? Another pick for Matt Ryan. And now a pick for Dawkins. This is the messiest football ever in this episode. Browns take over, short field. Touchdown, Shockey. Maybe one more drive or so. Why is Wade Appling getting thrown the football? Intercepted by Kerry Rhodes. All right, good spot for us to get into this game.
One deep.
28-27. We jump into the 4th quarter. Matt Ryan to the air, well protected, and completes it for a gain of about 8 yards. And there's DeMario Waddle. I don't know if injuries are forcing him to play more. That's not normally a play he's even in for.
Going play action.
Ryan under center, or no, in the pistol on 2nd down. It's a play action here this time. Everybody bites and intercepted again. What is wrong with Matt Ryan? And there are 4 injuries popping up here on my screen. Ben Watson, dehydration? Now a defining moment. Do I just walk off the field and leave? Defining moment. All right. I guess we're benching Matt Ryan again. What a weird episode this has been. Appling's going to play. Cameron Wimbley. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. What's this injury? Chuck Castle, torso injury, out for game. We have another couple of injuries here. Kevin Burnett. All right. Browns take over. Up by 1. Almost fumbled the pitch.
Nice hustle.
Second down and 14 for Cleveland. Everybody's going downfield, it looks like. Still time until it runs out.
There you go, baby.
Coverage sack for the defense. Long third down here for Cleveland. We'll see if they even pass it. They just run. Good stop. And now Wade Appling is going to get another chance. Xavier short from the 30. And he's making a move outside. Short breaks the tackle and picks up around 5.
Okay, we're going between the tackles.
All right, Cornelius Snow is the back here on first down. Chuck Castle is out for the rest of this game, remember. So it's Snow and D'Angelo Williams. And he's going to run this one inside for about 1.
Not good at all.
If that.
Look deep.
What's the record? We're now 5-6. The team has just completely crumbled. Appling's got all day and is nearly picked.
All right, guys, we're going deep.
We're going Waddle fade here. We have to. It's 3rd and 10. Appling, empty set. Blitz from the secondary. Appling over the middle. What was that? And from here, go forward or punt. I suppose we'll just punt.
All right, let's go special teams. Max cover punt.
Now we're going for it. Changed my mind. 4:39 left to go. If they take over, I mean, we have to get a stop to force a field goal. Either way, we'd have to get a stop if we punt it or we fail. So, let's just go for it.
Okay, we're passing.
I don't have a lot of confidence in us converting this, but we're going for it. 3 receivers on the field for Appling. Only a 2-man rush. Appling down the middle, and it's nearly intercepted. All right, turnover on downs. Browns have 4:34 left to go as they lead by 1. Toss outside. Good run defense this time. This time the Browns head to the air, and the pass goes outside. What a grab. Wow, that was in Waddle's coverage. There we go, first down stop.
Shutting down their run game was the only thing that went well today.
Yeah, maybe I should have punted there, but the way I looked at it, we had like 4 minutes left. I may only get one more possession regardless, and I had the football already, so I just wanted to make a play. But I guess you could try to play the field position game there and hope you can end up in a field goal situation. Hard to do that now. Second down and 12 on the outside. Come on, gotta pick that.
Keep the pressure on that QB.
We haven't seen us get a pick in a while. I miss it. I also want to know where the pass rush is. It's just been completely silent today. No impact. A third down run and a good hit. So defense does the job here after a turnover on downs. We're going to have to probably need a touchdown here unless we get lucky on a missed field goal. Can't change camera? There we go. I like this. For a 4-point lead. Oh! It went in! Didn't matter. I guess it went through. 31-27. All right, got to score a touchdown. Xavier short back deep. Here we go from inside the 10. It was a pretty short kick. And we'll begin at our 29-yard line. All right, 3:18 left to go. We got to score a touchdown again. Down to our second string quarterback. Down to our third string running back. Trying to save the season, and Snow's brought down for a loss. What's going on, David? Been a tough episode today. Very, very tough.
Look deep.
Very little successes. Appling is under pressure and finds the open man. Not bad. Good job by Desmond Clark.
It's on today, baby.
That stick concept is pretty good. All right. Ah, wrong play. I got laggy there. That's okay. Not a bad play. Hopefully. Run to the right here with Snow. And we just don't want to block anymore.
Look deep.
Second down and 13 here. Looking for a quick slant. Appling has it knocked down. I guess we're going back to the Waddle fade here. Appling in the shotgun. Can he make the play? 3rd and 13. Appling, sideline. What a throw! And it's cut for the first down. Atlanta not out of it quite yet. That's the best play Wade Appling has ever made. Danny Moore, 15 yards. So Waddle wasn't even on the field for that play.
Look deep.
Maybe the best play he ever will make. Oh, maybe. 2 receivers left, 1 right here. 1st and 10. Still plenty of time, too, after that first down. Wade Appling's got time, and that's open. Across the 40 of Cleveland.
There's the 2-minute warning. That's how you run it.
You want to add one of these plays to our playbook?
Yeah, I like this one. There definitely is regression in this game, but I don't know exactly how it works in comparison to Madden's.
We're going to run right at them.
Am I out of sync a little bit? Maybe that'll fix it. 2 minutes left to go, and they're all over every running call. Loss of 5 there. That's awful.
Look deep.
Third down now for Atlanta. Got to get 10 yards. Appling. He's got time. Up top and caught! Roddy White! Touchdown!
Here we go, guys.
He's trying to save the season the best he can. Thank you.
That was one heck of a play.
Roddy White may have just saved it. Maybe.
Send out the kicker.
All right, still 1:36 to go, though. Keep in mind. What a catch. But we left the Browns a lot of time.
Just a couple more first downs and we're there. Plenty of time. All right, let's kick it off.
That was almost a legal procedure. All right, Cleveland's going to start this drive. Here's a cutback now. Pretty decent return. 1:30 to get in field goal range. I'm telling you, we need the takeaway. Offense just did their part. It's the defense's turn. Yeah, and they were completely wrong about what personnel they were in. 5 receivers. So they start in the air to the outside and caught across midfield already.
Just outside range now.
Can I not change my play? I guess we're stuck in this unless I call a timeout. And this one is incomplete. There we go. Okay, 5 receivers, they're telling me. Bring in 5. I can't stand to see more of these clean pockets uncontested. It said 5 wide. It's 2 wide. Not even close. Anderson's got time. Completes again. And into field goal range.
If we don't make a
Here
great
we go
play next
again.
time, I'll hold you personally responsible.
To the air once more. Anderson off the mark. So we could be looking at a potential game-tying field goal. But the Browns aren't done yet. This throw is intercepted! Yes! Finally a takeaway! Thank you! Who did it? I didn't see. Curtis Lofton!
Absolutely incredible.
The new defensive
What a play.
captain. Let's end this game, please.
Okay, goal line 40 smash.
The Browns have all 3 timeouts. We can't celebrate quite yet. Close, though. Cornelius Snow gets the handoff, and he's met immediately. Wait. He lost the football! That he better have been
Here
down.
we go, guys. Just a few more yards and we're in range.
That was not a fumble. No, no fumble. Hurry up and overturn it. Okay, review. There's a review.
Okay, nobody run it out of bounds. Okay, goal line 20 lead dive.
First down would end the game. Snow gets the carry again. Now we get some room. And that is going to win the game! Ball
Just a couple
game!
more first downs and we're there.
Falcons
Plenty
will
of time.
end the losing streak. Thank you, Cornelius Snow. 3rd string running back.
All right, take a kneel.
They're going to use their last timeout, I imagine, but that is going to do it. Finally, we can end on a win.
Tell him he's got to have some fun today, but I need him running smart.
What do I want to listen to?
All right, take a kneel.
The question now becomes,
Here we
do
go,
we
guys.
try to
A few
start
more
Wade
yards and we're in
Appling the
range.
rest of the year? As Matt Ryan's struggles have shown up in a big way in this episode. I don't even know what the answer is to that question yet. But at least we end the losing streak. We're going to be 6-6. Now imagine the Panthers lose. We still have control of one game against them in week 17. So if they lose, it's still a 2-game gap, then we're definitely not out of the division title race. But that is a big win. Roddy
Sure
White
everybody knows to stay
got the
in bounds.
touchdown. Curtis Lofton the interception. Finally, the losing is over. Thank you, Cleveland, for helping us out. Appling had 80 yards, 1 touchdown. He was 4 for 8. Ryan had 3 more interceptions in this game. Snow, 29 yards and a touchdown. The running game was not very effective. And the defense, again, has not been as good as they need to be. But they made the one play at the end we had to have. I am really hungry. Alright, I just want to sim past Sunday so I can see what the Panthers did. Approval is really good right now for how bad this episode was. An injury here to Kevin Burnett. I want to save quick. What is the thing on the right for? It's just a fun little thing. Anytime somebody subscribes to the channel or sends a super chat or becomes a member, just drop something in the jar. Just something fun. Yep, 500 season and 94 approval. We had some defining moments go our way. We got lucky. Alright, so it's saved at least. Alright, injury alert for Kevin Burnett. Out 3 to 7 weeks with a high ankle sprain. May end up placing him on injured reserve. I wonder if Chuck Castle's okay. No other updates. Chuck Castle, bruised ribs, 1 to 4 days. So he should play in our next game. But man, the injuries have really added up in this episode. And now we have 4 games left to go to try to get this team to the postseason. We're 6-6. The Panthers are 9-3. That's not what I wanted to see. I imagine the wild card race is pretty tough for us at 6-6. Bears, Eagles, Panthers out in front. Cowboys would be a wild card team right now. Saints would be a wild card team. So we pretty much have to win out to have a good shot. Matt Ryan's interceptions went way up today, now 17 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. On the ground, Chuck Castle is now the starter the rest of the year with Michael Turner out for the season. Castle's effectiveness has gone a bit down, unfortunately. The team overall has just regressed as a whole. We have Lavernius Coles and Roddy White having very nice seasons, but defense now is no longer looking like the strength they were early in the season. They're still getting turnovers, but they're allowing way too many points, and we're not going to win games down the stretch unless they play better. So next episode, we could very well finish this season. I think we're going to watch Week 17, but will we have a shot to make it to the postseason? That is the main question. That is going to do it for this episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think we have to do to save our season in the next episode and next stream. Have a great day, and I will see you all then. I'm about to wrap up the stream as well. That'll be the end of the episode. Thank you all for coming today. Thank you for all the super chats, the new members, and just hanging out and having some fun here this afternoon. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Nice to get back to NFL head coach again. The next stream, I'm not sure yet when it will be, but I know that I'll be streaming on Saturday for the upcoming Broncos Franchise Offseason, so definitely look forward to that. But I'm going to get out of here, get some food, and I will have, I don't know how many of you are interested in this, but the previous head coach episode, the stream, I edited that up into the newest episode that's going on the second channel tonight. But I hope you all had a fun time. The game didn't freeze today. That's the one positive, I guess. Stay safe, everybody. Have a good day. I'll catch